January 13th. Just a few hours after a massive magnitude 7.0 earthquake hit Haiti on January 12, killing 230,000 people and destroying much of the capital, the World Bank announces a $100 million grant to support recovery and reconstruction efforts. January 20th. As part of its emergency response on the ground, the bank sets up a virtual situation room in collaboration with volunteer developers from crisis camps, internet giant Google, Microsoft, NASA, and others. Preliminary damage assessment times are cut down from weeks to less than 36 hours. February 24. In order to boost the private sector's ability to create jobs, an IFC $35 million emergency program helps privately owned companies resume operations and rebuild infrastructure. It also supports access to credit for small and middle-sized firms. March 18th. A joint World Bank, UN, IDB, and European Union team produces a Damage and Needs Assessment Report, or PDNA, that sets the value of damage and losses at $7.9 billion, or 120% of the country's GDP. The PDNA becomes the basis for reconstruction pledges by donor countries and a roadmap for Haiti's recovery. May 27. $27 million in grants are approved to help more than 1 million rural residents rebuild basic infrastructure and generate income. Grants aim to expand the number of kids on school feeding programs from 75,000 to 210,000 and the number of students receiving tuition waivers from 250,000 to 390,000 children per year. May 28th. The World Bank cancels the remaining $36 million owed by Haiti to the International Development Association, IDA, the bank's fund for the poorest countries. Following this decision, Haiti has no pending amounts payable to the World Bank. August 5th. A $30 million grant is approved to address Haiti's most urgent needs and help the government close its budget gap. The bank funding leverages an additional $25 million grant for the Haiti Reconstruction Fund, HRF. October 1st. Over 90,000 cubic meters of trash and debris are removed from the capital's drainage canals, further reducing the flood risk to camps. Cash for Work program employ Haitians who lost their jobs in the earthquake to remove rubble from sidewalks and roads. October 26. The World Bank Group and partners set up housing initiatives to ensure a safe return of families to their homes. A $30 million grant is approved to help affected residents rebuild and repair their houses. Bank-trained engineers determined that nearly half of 360,000 homes assessed are safe to live in. November 24th. Vowing to help stem the spread of cholera in Haiti, the World Bank launches a $15 million initiative to address the epidemic by boosting the country's medical response and capacity to monitor and prevent such outbreaks.